So let's have a look at some areas in daily life in which you can try to build that capacity to say never quit. So the first one is the heroic minute, getting out of bed on time. So as soon as that alarm goes off, getting out of bed, right? The person who delays is kind of treating his day as a threat and saying, no, day, I prefer my comfort, please stay away from me. But we want to have that sense of jumping up, right, and attacking our day with strength and with vigor. Making your bed every day, right? So how about constancy? The constancy to be found in making your day not just once, but day after day after day. Now that takes strength. Your homework, we already talked about that. Great way to forge that attitude of never quitting. Chores around the house, so when you set to clear the dishwasher, do you clear it all the way? Do you put everything in its place, or do you satisfy yourself with just clearing it halfway, or maybe just putting things out on the counter? No, I think never quitting leads us to clear the dishwasher all the way and putting things where they belong. Manual labor. So I remember this past winter, we were in Guatemala on the service project, and we had to remove some stains from the ground, and so it was awesome to see some of the guys there on their hands and knees with these scrubs, removing those paint stains from the ground, scrubbing as hard as they could, and it was very tiring, and they kept going at it until those stains were gone. Or also one of the fellows who at one point there was a toilet that was very in an unpleasant condition, and somebody needed to clean it, and so one of the fellows jumped up. Well, I think these guys are people who exemplified that ideal of never quitting. Now think about the different clubs or teams that you're a part of. I think an easy one to think about is the Scouts. I know a lot of you are in Boy Scouts, and so I think it's great, to see people who say, I'm going to go all the way through with my Eagle Scout. Some people don't do it because they have other commitments, and so you have to make a decision at some point. But for those who decide to go all the way through with Eagle Scout, I think that's a great thing to do. Or even think about learning a piece on the piano, right? Not quitting until I've learned it well, right? I have it memorized. I also have kind of the different details of the piece worked out, like the volume or the tempo. Or a sports team, not quitting in my exercise or in my training, or I want to improve in my free throw. Well, shooting one free throw after another, and slowly I improve my form and I become a better free throw shooter. Or also, I think summer jobs are a great occasion for growing in this, so working 8-hour days, day after day, is something that's challenging and something that maybe as a student you're not used to. Well, that's a great way of also growing and never quitting, and it's going to be easy to kind of settle into a self-seeking mentality of, I'm just going to take a break, or I'm just going to lay low. But I think in those summer job opportunities, you have the chance of saying, no, I'm going to continue through.